crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning, Bix Weir, roadroad.com. But your morning horn of Z's, your sip of chaga coffee. Been a long week. It's been a long year. Did an interview last night with JC over at Beyond Mystic with Jenny Moonstone. Go to his YouTube page. We did it at in the middle of the night. If you're on the East Coast, we started at 10. I think finished at about 12. Really interesting stuff on, we called it the Psychic Silver Cavalry. Stuff I'm just learning about silver, how it connects to spirituality, how it connects to humanity, how the silver can help destroy, I've always known this, destroy the banking cabal, the people that control us, all the people that Trump are fighting, all the people that Q is fighting, all that. It can be destroyed by silver. Silver is the Achilles heel of the banking system in general. Really interesting interview. Jenny's amazing at her psychic abilities. Jean-Claude is just phenomenal. You gotta subscribe to this channel, YouTube channel. It's called Jean-Claude at Beyond Mystic. So go check that out. A couple hours of us chatting about silver. We talk about silver spirituality. Jenny's just coming on board with this and has done so many readings for Road to Ruta members that she's tapping into some amazing stuff that I'm like, oh, I want to learn more about that. So go check it out. If you want a reading with Jenny, her website is jennymoonstone.com. I know she's getting very booked by Road to Ruta members, and she's very in tune with what we're doing, although she's not a financial person at all. She even says the cards reflect reality and who she's dealing with. So she has no skin in the game. So she's going to give you the straight deal. Amazing readings, by the way. Again, jennymoonstone.com. Go check it out. All right. I want to talk to you a little about silver price. How can I say this? It's back under control again. 100% control. We might have hit the peak of deliveries in July, because it seems as though the game is back on to rig the price, keep it under control, and at the same time, although the volumes are absolutely off the charts still, like the last 2 days are at 300,000 contracts, 1.5 billion ounces per day. It's all fake. I've been trying to impress this upon everybody. They can do anything they want at any moment. One of the things I was watching was the August 27th, last day of trading for the September Deliveries coming up, and what the open interest would do. And I kept saying, hey, they got to start chopping down open interest really fast, or they're going to have a lot of deliveries necessary. And they have already, all of a sudden, in the last 3 days, been shutting down the open interest very fast. Extremely fast. Right now we're at 89,000. Remember, we were at 140 and stuck at 140 in a long time. Now, a big chunk of those are rolling over to December. So are we going to be delayed for the silver deliveries to December? I don't know. It'll be interesting. I think Trump is involved with this. Absolutely. It is the number one thing on the minds of all central bankers, all bankers who know what's going on, all Trump administration, all Q people, all Democrats, all deep state. The number one thing they're looking at is silver. Silver is the destroyer of the old system. Are they ready to destroy the old system is the question. It looks like from the last couple of days they might delay it a little. But I don't know. It all depends on, there's a few things going on. One, we need the Commitment of Traders report, which comes out today. And that'll give an idea of if these large banks are covering. Are they adding to their shorts? With the last slam down, I would think they'd cover even more. So maybe they're going to get out of their short position without having to deliver metal, serious amounts of metal. We'll see. There's only 10 trading days left in this contract. They're going to have to dump about 8,900 contracts a day. And yesterday they dumped 8,700 contracts. So it might be that they're in the dump mode now. They've covered their shorts, and now they're going to just close out the open interest and have a regular delivery month in September. I don't know. We will find out, though. And is it a good thing or a bad thing that the banks get out of their short position? I would say it's a very good thing. It means the manipulation from the banking side, at least, would be at least ceasing or slowing down, not ceasing. But definitely slowing down if this is true, that they used this last slam and probably a couple more slams between September and now to get out of their massive short position. And these volumes are just ridiculous. And the volumes speak volumes, shall we say. The COMEX doesn't care about anything anymore. The CME, which is a self-regulating entity, and the CFTC, which is which is the regulator for commodities, like the SEC is for stocks, they don't give a shit about law, commodity law, or anything. Market rigging, manipulative practice, they don't give a shit. They do care about keeping the system going. So we may have a world come September where we don't have these massive short positions in silver. And then the question comes, will the banks rebuild their short position to control the price, or will it be freely traded from then on out? Now, what entity in their right mind would sell silver right now? 60% of the mines are still shut down. Silver demand is through the roof. The U.S. Mint can't even get any to supply to their constituents, which they are required to by law, by the way. And silver shortages everywhere. So it's an interesting time. And I'll keep an eye on the data, and everybody's looking at the data, at least on the road to Ruta. And right now the data says they're going to try to shut the open interest so there's not a monster delivery come September. Now, anything over 10,000 contracts is monster, in my opinion. Last one was 17,000 contracts, the highest ever. So if they get it down to 10,000, or that'd be most likely that means they've shut down a lot of their shorts. The J.P. Morgan delivery mechanism that most likely is going on through the DOJ, according to Ted Butler, it's like an agreement they have. They will have gotten out of their short and delivered all the metal that needed to be delivered, and will get back to a freely traded market come September. But that's the key. What's going to happen when silver jumps from $30 to $50? Will they continue to short it? Now that they've gotten out of their silver short position, would they continue to short it to slow down the rise? I don't think they will. So either way, either the destruction of the banks or a freely traded silver market, we're looking at higher silver prices coming down the road really fast. So yes, you should be loading up on physical silver only in your own possession. If you have SLV, sell it and get the real thing. I don't know why you would hold something like that. Who is the custodian of SLV? It is JP Morgan Chase. There you have it. That's the answer. If SLV is a real deal. No. JP Morgan Chase takes the COMEX warehouse silver that they're in charge of, and they rehypothecate it, meaning they pledge it to other people. It is insane. You can't withdraw your SLV ounces of silver. You got to get your head in the right game. The paper contracts, the stocks, the bonds, all that's gone. The banks go, all that's gone. And you lose your investment in silver. Why not take physical delivery of silver in your own possession? If you don't have a silver dealer, call my friend Andy Scheckman at Miles Franklin. Or send him an email. Andy, A-N-D-Y, at Miles Franklin, MILESFRANKLIN.com. And buy physical silver, the real thing delivered to your front door. So important, the distinction between real silver and silver held by a third party. No third parties, no matter how nice they are. If there's any third party between you and your metal, also with the cryptos, there's some cryptos that are backed by metal, 100% third party risk. You've screwed up both cryptos and silver by investing in that stuff. I'm not saying there's not a use case in the future, but you don't want to be there when the banks crash. That's key. So that's where we are. I think either way, if they stand for huge deliveries in September, it crushes the banks, and silver will run freely. If they've managed to cover the shorts of the big players by September and there's not a big delivery month, then it's all about, will they continue to short, or did they learn their lesson and either way, you're looking at huge prices. If they continue to short and rebuild what they just shut down, which I don't think they will, but if they do, then we're looking at, again, depressed, suppressed, completely fraudulent silver prices until they decide, okay, we're in trouble again, which would be probably December time. But I don't think so. I think once they get out of their short position, they don't want to even come near silver. It almost destroyed their bank. HSBC, Citibank, JP Morgan, on the other hand, took the road to rooted advice 10 years ago and took physical silver into their own possession while they were shorting the silver price, just beyond criminal that bad. I mean, the only banker for Bernie Madoff, and nobody went to jail. That means Jamie Dimon and the board had to sign off on every one of those Ponzi scheme. $50 billion? The board had to sign off on all that, and they didn't go to jail. Great book called J.P. Madoff on that subject. But that's the world we live in. That's America now. It's been taken over by the banking cabal and the bad guys, the deep state, on the Democrats and Republican side. They're all being bought and paid for, too, by the way. Secret bank accounts everywhere. Obama, one of the worst. The Clintons, obviously. All this shit's coming down. The Bushes. Reagan was a good guy. They tried to take him out almost instantly, which would have installed Bush Sr. as president. A guy named John Hinckley Jr. shot Reagan. John Hinckley Sr. was a partner in Zapata Oil with Bush Sr. I mean, can it be more obvious? The world's not what we think it is. So that's what I want to say today. The silver price in the future, whatever scenario plays out, other than the banks getting back into their gigantic short position, looks at much higher prices in the near future for silver. September, October timeframe is when Jenny's thinking there's big shit going down. And by the way, I have another Jenny Moonstone interview. We did a long session on both silver, and I got her using her psychic abilities into the gold stuff. Just blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind how good she is at it, but also the importance of what's going on in the Grand Canyon and what has gone on for many, many civilizations. And we saw a little bit of that in the remote viewing sessions with Dick Allgaier and friends over at Crypto Viewing. Jenny's really tapping into the spiritual side of how important all that stuff is. All you got to do is flip over the $1 bill. You're going to see a pyramid. That pyramid is not an Egyptian pyramid. That's within the Great Canyon. There you go. There's your tidbit for the day. So yeah, we're back in the keeping an eye on silver. Hopefully, my best hope is that the system doesn't fall apart, but silver is freely traded, and a freely traded silver market we'd be seeing $600 silver pretty damn soon, and it won't stop there either. I think ultimately people will start judging the value of gold and silver based on supply and demand, and oh, by the way, they're printing trillions and trillions of dollars and not telling you about it anymore. So all these factors will lead to many, many multiples of where silver is right now. And September, October timeframe is probably the time you won't be able to get any physical at any price for a while. So make sure you make your orders now. I highly suggest going to your local coin shop, striking up a relationship. They'll be probably the ones buying your silver as I need to pay rent. You get out one ounce of silver, probably a half an ounce of silver, and give it to your local coin shop, and they're going to give you $3-4 grand for that half an ounce when the price of silver does what it's supposed to do. And I do think it'll go 1-to-1 with gold, at least 1-to-1, because there's the same amount of each, and silver is just more manipulated than gold, and silver is a more important item for industrial applications. Absolutely, 100%. Silver is the future of a high-tech society. We talk about that on the Jean-Claude discussion last night, and I will be posting my discussion with Jenny about silver and the spiritual side of silver on the private road. I also posted For those of you looking to get Theta in bulk, like from Binance, if you're not grandfathered into Binance, you can't use it yet. It's not on the Theta's not on the Binance US version, at least not yet. I think Theta's coming to every exchange, by the way. Coinbase already announced they're about to bring it on, along with others. Again, Theta is the most undervalued crypto. It will be in the top 5, probably at some point eclipsing Bitcoin. Why? Because it's more useful. Bitcoin's not as useful. So, and it's amazing stuff. Dive into it. Join the Road to Ruta. If you want to buy it on Binance, I have linked a video that will help you do that as a U.S. citizen. That's on the private road, the first one there, Ruta Theta T-Fuel info page. I'll be posting more info there about using Gpool, which is really easy if you want to start a Guardian node in Theta. Right now at about 40 cent Theta, you're looking at about $4,000 to start a Guardian node. It's really easy to run, or just use Gpool's delegate, the delegate function. I keep telling people, it says delegate and stake. Stake is for if you have under 10,000 and you got to send them your coins. You don't want to do that. Not that I don't trust them, not that they don't have a good system, but you want to keep track of your coins when you're staking. And with the delegate version, all you're doing is using their Guardian node summary. So you're working off their Guardian node and you're earning your coins off their Guardian node. And when you unstake it, it comes right back to the wallet you staked it from. Hope that makes sense to you. But I've put on a page how to get on Binance if you're a U.S. citizen to buy Theta. I didn't do the video. It was posted on YouTube. I don't know how long it will be posted. And this is not advice on Road to Ruta. If you're not skilled at cryptocurrencies, probably not a good idea to buy them yet. I would say, hey, go on YouTube and learn all you can. YouTube is an amazing library for cryptocurrency information. Everybody in cryptos, almost everybody, has learned what they have learned from YouTube because there's so much information available. All right, and then of course we got the Road to the Future with my prediction stuff for the future. Still right on track. Jenny's future stuff, which is amazing. 2 videos on there. Christoph, the spiritual future from his perspective is just, it blows your mind how smart that dude is on the spiritual side. And then of course the smartest man sitting here on planet Earth, our good friend, my mentor, the man, the myth, the legend, Cliff High is spent some time with us to talk about the web bots and the web bot future. So go check out Road to Ruta. That's all on the private road. And I will be posting later today my latest Jenny Moonstone on silver, not the gold one. The gold one will come later I'm still knee deep in the research there. Silver, I thought I had learned everything there was to know, but the spiritual side of silver is extremely important and powerful in beating the bad guys. And Jenny goes into that. All right. Okay. This is Bix Weir. Don't forget, hit like and subscribe. They keep screwing with my YouTube videos. Give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe to Road to Ruta. Also go to roadtoruta.com and subscribe for the free emails. Because when they kick me off of YouTube, like they kick Snippy off. They kick Snippy off for a couple weeks again. He's on a thin edge now. They're going to kick him fully off that. They'll probably kick him off Patreon at some point. You gotta sign up for the emails. That way I can always get in touch with you. And I send out alerts and things via email. It's old school, but hey, with the way social media runs these days, you gotta play it a little old school. I've got all my videos archived on hard drives because I think one day it'll just delete everything they don't like. They are gonna kick you off of YouTube. Actually, I'm gonna play they after this closing ceremony. So hey, join the Road to Ruta. If you want to get on the private road, hit subscribe today. I'm giving away 50 Theta and 50 Theta fuel already loaded on a paper wallet and mailed to your front door. And then you get access to all the Jenny Moonstone and Cliff High and Christoph and all the good stuff, everything on the Road to Ruta. Over 3,000 articles on silver and gold manipulation, spirituality, and you name it, we deal with it on the Road to Ruta. And we don't care what they say. I'll talk to you later.
Well, I grew up in the USA. I was taught that speech was free. Birmingham to Burning Man, you can speak any truth you see. Lately things have changed, they say I can't speak truth no more. And I'm just sitting here wondering who they are working for. See, they're gonna kick me off of YouTube unless I say 9/11's just another day. And they delete my friends on Facebook unless I pretend that socialism's a-okay. And they are gonna shadow ban my Twitter unless I tweet the chemtrails of Perrier. Finally they'll ban everything I've got to say as they kill free speech in the USA. They decide what's right, they decide what's wrong, they ban what won't conform. They sit in shadows, they run the gallows, say I must abide the norm. Without free speech we lose freedom, they cut off our free will. If I find truth that they don't like, they'll label me a shill. And then they're gonna kick me off of YouTube unless I say 9/11's just another day. And they delete my friends on Facebook unless I pretend that socialism's a-okay. And they are gonna shadow ban my Twitter unless I tweet the chemtrails of Perrier. Finally they'll ban everything I've got to say as they kill free speech in the USA. They're trying to kill free speech in the USA. Now wait a minute, it's not like me to give up on a fight. I'll expose their evil plans, bring their shadows into light. And I'll name names, I'll play their games, I've got them in my sight. They're trying to change the USA, I'll fight for what is right. So they can kick me off of YouTube. 9/11's all about building 7 and it ain't okay. And they can delete all my Facebook, but socialists fail every time in every single way. And they can shadow ban my Twitter, but I'm looking up at chemtrail skies each and every day. See, they have no right to ban anything I have to say, and I'll fight for free speech in the USA. I'm gonna fight for free speech in the USA. It's my right, free speech in the USA.